Hey guys, Shad here with another video, and today I kind of want to touch on something a bit personal. I've been sitting here for about 5-10 minutes, kind of just stalling, not trying to hit this record button because this video consists of me opening myself up and being a bit vulnerable. But for those of you who don't know, I recently just lost my father, which was very devastating for me. Just a bit of a background on our relationship. He wasn't around as much, especially, growing up, it was never really around. And, there would be times where I wouldn't see him for a few years, but he always had that presence. His presence was always there, whether it's spiritually, emotionally. I always knew he was there. He just wasn't there physically. But besides the point, I'm getting older and I'm starting to realize, how hard, life can be. And I just wanted to give him that benefit of the doubt. So one day I called him up and I just told him everything. I told him how I was feeling and how much his absence affected, my growing years, especially middle and high school, and just how much I needed him and how much it affected me for him not to be there. And, he listened, he understood, and he reciprocated everything I had to say, and he apologized, and we kind of had a moment there. And that was the moment in our relationship that I thought there was going to be a new page, a new chapter in our relationship, a new understanding, just a new beginning. And I felt really happy. I felt really proud of myself, even though part of me felt like he should have initiated the conversation. I still felt like it was necessary on both sides. So fast forward a few weeks later, I found out that he passed away. And it broke me, honestly. And just how good our last conversation was, part of me felt like this was a good thing, our relationship ended on a good note. We had a good conversation, but it just ended up leaving me with a lot of questions. And I think the biggest thing that I haven't been able to take from this is closure. I still have a lot of questions, and I'm still dealing with a lot of internalized issues. And I guess I don't want to say consequence, but just like the aftermaths of everything. And I guess to get straight to the point, there's just a few things that I want to touch on about my grieving process, and a few things I've been noticing about myself during this process. The number one biggest thing is loneliness. I think I've been feeling lonely on the inside, not just in terms of just like not being around people, but just like that empty feeling I have in my gut. I get a lot of really toxic thoughts in my head, just like in terms of just like everything, like why does this matter, or what now, or how do I go through this, and just feeling like no one understands where I'm going, what I'm going through, or no one understands, how hard it's been to, I guess, move on from this. And to be honest, you never really move on from death or losing a loved one. You really just learn to live without. You learn to adjust. You learn to cope. I think another thing has been validation. I think now I've been more, I've just been needing others' validation. I've just been needing that constant reassurance. I've been needing that emotional support. I've been just needing to feel loved and like I'm being taken care of. I've been needing to feel like everything is okay. I've been needing those affirmations from others to kind of fulfill that void that I've been needing. And I think I haven't been looking for those affirmations within my own self. I haven't been telling myself that I'm worthy. I'm still worthy of love. I'm worthy of feeling happy and fulfilled and just excited about life, regardless of what happens. And I guess I mean, there's multiple things that I've been dealing with, but I've really just been learning a lot about myself. And especially these last couple months, there's been a lot of personal things that's been happening this year that's been, honestly, it's been hard. This is probably one of the hardest years of my life emotionally, and just feeling empty inside and just looking for external and outside sources to fill in that void. I've just been, whether that's substances, I've really been trying to cut away from that. People's attention, company, and it's been crippling because I don't want to ever be in a position where I need validation and I need people to tell me these things or to heal me. I'm looking for others to pretty much heal me. And soon you realize like that doesn't work. It just makes it worse because at the end of the day, when it's time to settle down or wind down and you're alone in your own thoughts, those questions start coming back. They start knocking on the door again because, like, it never works just trying to, sweep your issues just under the rug and try to just put a band-aid on it. Because, I mean, it wears off. And once the smoke clears, you're kind of left with yourself at the end of the day. So, yeah, I've been just grieving. I've been trying to learn how to cope with loss and learning when to let go of certain things. So, yeah, that's it. Just kind of wanted to just open up a little bit just about my endeavors and just things I've been going through in my life as of right now. At the end of the day, all of this is temporary, but I'm here now. I'm dealing with it now. I'm feeling it all now. So, I mean, right now, this is real. So, yeah, that's it. Just been kind of emotional lately. Been struggling. Been needing that support emotionally. But, yeah, I always feel good when I allow myself to actually feel and to be sad and to cry and to feel angry or feel confused, because I feel like when I tend to avoid it, it just prolongs the grieving, and I feel like it makes it longer than what it needs to be. But I always end up feeling this bit of this light. I feel happier when I spend a few hours crying or upset or mad or just like feeling just like angry and just going through that cycle, letting that emotion pass through. I always end up feeling just a bit of clarity at the end. And I think that's important, for anything. Just like allowing yourself to go through that emotion, just not trying to avoid it, but to face it head on. Because then when something comes up in the future that might be, horrific or tragic or devastating or unfortunate, like, you're going to have that understanding of yourself and that kind of repetition emotionally in terms of dealing with grief and dealing with loss or dealing with hurt. You'll know how to navigate that in a way that's going to benefit you. Like, at the end of the day, there's no right or wrong way to deal with your own personal battles. It's all subjective, and it's all just like how you view life. And no one can tell you, you're doing this the wrong way, or you should be doing this way. It's all what you want to do. And that's how I want to end the video. So peace out, guys.